What's up, friends? Another day, another version of me getting ready. I obviously, as you can see, I'm further along in the process than I usually am when I pop on here to talk to you. But I just had the thoughts. By the way, this dry shampoo, got this from my client Stephanie, is the balls. It's so good. It's so good. I fucking love it. Anyway. Okay, friends. Method to the madness. So anybody who's ever done a workshop with me or training with me or phone calls with me or things like that, like, I say this often. I believe it to be true. Oh my goodness. I'm always me. Like, look at me. I'm always photo bombing myself. Anyway, I believe this to be true, and I think that, you know, I remember it started out one day as like a funny joke, haha, like there's a method to my madness, but the truth is like there really is, and I think that's where there's this ability to be self-aware enough or learn to be self-aware enough where you can be proactive, right? And when you're being proactive, and you learn to be that way as much as possible to where it starts to come naturally to you, you're able to have a method to your madness, meaning there's a reason behind everything that you do, right? There's a whole reason behind what you do and what you don't do. Oh, we're pushing the button. Okay, there we go. You know what I mean? I don't know if this is making any sense. If you're popping on, say hello. If you're watching the replay, let a girl know. Why is it that when we put blush on, we like attack our faces? I saw somebody on TikTok say that, and I'm like, we really do. It's like an aggressive situation. Anyway, when you can start to create a method to your madness, a reasoning behind the things that you're doing, what I call that as intentional living, call it what you will. But the idea is when you're not just aimlessly walking through your day. Like, how often does that happen? Like, I almost get irritated with myself when I have a whole drive home or something and I don't even remember it. We all do that, right? Because we go into like auto mode. I hate that because to me that means I'm not present. Like, I'm not noticing the things around me. I don't enjoy that. But it's also something that I believe I've been able to build a different sense of calm and peace while still getting a lot of things accomplished and being truly flexible, where I didn't used to know what that meant. And it was what I was really trying to accomplish all along, but I didn't realize it. I didn't allow that, or it wasn't a thing because, you know, I would be super duper hyper focused or whatever it might be on certain things. I think it's interesting when you start to open your eyes a little bit to what everyone else is telling you you should be doing and what actually works for you. So, you guys, it's so funny because I think that we all take our journey the way we're supposed to, right? And we all learn what we need to learn along the way, and all of that good jazz is real. I also think that there's an ability to save ourselves some friggin' time if that's something that we desire to do, right? And that's where I think like mentorship and coaching is so imperative, because you can really truly like cut in line almost, right? When you're talking with somebody who's able to, not only has been able to do that for themselves, but is able to see what's happening and help you cut in fucking line. It's like, oh my God, here it is. It's like getting one of those passes that you get at Disneyland that takes you to the front of the line. That's what it is. And that's where we try to create the method to the madness. And it's one of those things that people say to me, Jamie, that's not how I operate. Like, I don't even know how to be proactive. Like, I don't know what that means. It's not possible. My life is so crazy, blah, blah, blah. I've heard it all. Trust me. I've had people disbelieve me, you know, not believe in what I do. And then, well, one of them in particular, the most memorable, said it to me in an event in front of a bunch of people. And now she's been my client for almost 4 years. So she realized that what I was saying wasn't baloney, and yeah, and stuck with it. So anyway, I think that if you can start to put some intention behind the things that you're doing and acknowledge the ripple effect, there's a podcast episode that I created a while back that you can listen to that like really walks you through the ripple effect and what it allows you to be in control of. it's super powerful, right? Like when you can acknowledge what you have the power to influence in your own life and then do it, like, and then actually influence it, it sets you up multiple steps ahead of your people, your partners. This phone keeps sliding down and hitting the power button, so it keeps wanting to shut itself off. I have a phone call in 5 minutes and I didn't realize it until right now, so I'm gonna probably let y'all go. But that was just something I wanted to make a note of, because I think, you know, watching people on the internet or listening to your favorite guru or watching somebody who's built a big business or, you know, looks super happy and successful or whatever it might be, like, you have to realize that you have the power to create your life however you want it to be. And if you've ever wanted living proof of that, like, hi, hello, nice to meet you. Like, none of this, I didn't know that any of this was actually possible, right? Like, I didn't even know that the way I do life was a fucking thing until I built it. And I still have a hard time sometimes believing it, honestly. Pro tip, I take the highlighter. I don't have one of those white sticks that everybody uses in like the corners of their eyes and stuff for highlighting. So I just use the highlighter in my palette. Anyway, so that's what I have to say to you all today. I think that you need to realize that you have more power than you give yourself credit for when it comes to being able to make decisions and make shifts and changes. If you start and you want to, if you actually want life to be different for yourself, it can be, but it requires you to be committed to looking at your own habits and your own consistencies or lack thereof, and being willing to start being a different kind of contributor and player to your own life and your own way you're spending your time. And then that's where we really establish this method to your madness, and how every move you make becomes flexible and natural to you in your own rhythm and supports what it is that you're trying to create. And it's the method to your madness. Like, you gotta trust the process, y'all. So anyways, go out into the world today. Have a good day. Be kind to each other. As always, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you think anyone else could benefit from it, please hit that little share button. I appreciate every time you do that. And be sure to go check out that podcast episode. I think it's always a good refresher. It's called The Ripple Effect. So if you type in The Ripple Effect Lifestyle Creation Podcast or The Ripple Effect Jamie Thurber, like, it'll show up on your Google box. On your little Google box, okay? I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.